Hello everybody, welcome back to What's Culture Wrestling. I am Gareth. It is a Sunday, so you know what that means. Let's talk about some Sunday news. So, first thing we're going to talk about today is, well, NXT UK, because reports are coming out from Sportskeeda that WWE is looking to shut down NXT UK as a brand, obviously following the various allegations made against stars in the division, which is obviously something right now it's being referred to as the speaking out movement. Right now, as we speak, only Travis Banks, El Ligero, I think they're the two NXT UK people that have been released from the company. Obviously, we've had Jack Gallagher be released as well. But WWE they are continuing to monitor other wrestlers in the company that have been accused. People like Jordan Devlin, obviously who is a part of NXT UK. So that's, one of the big reasons they are looking into potentially getting rid of it as a brand. Another huge reason that they're thinking of, well, calling it quits really, just cutting the losses on it, is because there have been losses. Vince McMahon is said to be personally very upset with the financial drain of keeping all these NXT talents on the payroll without any new product to offer. So that's another big thing in terms of this brand, this show, this experiment really at this point. It's not really been paying off financially for the company. Prior to the current situation that we're dealing with, obviously speaking out, and then the other big global situation, the brand wasn't really drawing well, and the scheduled tapings, aside from takeover specials, weren't really doing that well. And BT Sport in the UK apparently haven't been paying that much for the product anyway. So it just looks like all the signs, all the arrows are pointing towards NXT UK not being a thing anymore. Obviously, these are just reports at this stage. It's not official. We've not got many sources, obviously, to draw on when it comes to this story. But it's one of those things. Even if NXT UK, I went very weirdly Geordie there for a second. It's the what culture infection that's happening. If NXT UK does shut down, you do expect a lot of the talents that they have on that roster will probably move on over to NXT, the standard NXT. People like Walter, obviously you got, can't think of the name, Tony Storm, people like that who are all probably good fits to move over to NXT. So you'd expect that to happen, but again, at this point, it's all speculation. So let me know what you think of this story, what you think of NXT UK potentially being shut down by WWE. Right, and we have more news now regarding the speaking out allegations that we've seen all across Twitter, social media in general. According to Central Florida sports reporter John Alba, WWE recently pulled an NXT offer. So they went to give it to an independent star, but they pulled it at the last second after allegations from the speaking out movement surfaced against the star they were going to offer that contract to. So this shows exactly how seriously WWE are taking it as a company. Alba says that he didn't want to state which star was obviously potentially almost offered this contract because it was given to him off the record. So we say, I don't want to share it. I'll read his quote. Why not? I've heard from multiple sources about WWE pulling a contract offer from a top young talent involved in the recent string of sexual allegations that have come out about pro wrestlers. Obviously, a situation that the company and everyone has to take very seriously. Since I'm seeing some misunderstanding about this is not someone currently under contract, someone who was supposed to be signed and brought into NXT. So, like you said there, it's not somebody who's in WWE right now, it's somebody that we're thinking of bringing into NXT. But at this point, they've pulled it off the record just to, they didn't want the problems that would come with that right now. He also went on to say, for transparency's sake, I will not share the name because I was told their name off the record, like we just said, though the information I tweeted is on the record. So there you have it. It just shows that WWE are really taking all these allegations quite seriously, and they're looking into each case individually and treating them case by case. Obviously, we've got people like Jack Gallagher, Ligero, and Travis Banks have all been released from the company. But they're still looking into the allegations against Jordan Devlin and Matt Riddle, people like that. But apparently the accusations made against Riddle have been known about in the company for quite some time. So it looks like it's a superstar to superstar basis based on what's going on right now. But we've just got to deal with the information we've got in front of us in terms of who they're releasing and what their repercussions are for each individual person at this point. But right now, it looks like this person, this independent star, will not be joining WWE anytime soon because that offer is off the table now. Okay, so it's that time of your Sunday when we talk about the Smackdown ratings. Did they rise? Did they fall? Well, you'd be pleased to know they were on the rise. But this, it's a bit of a bittersweet thing, this, because according to Showbuzz Daily, the overnight ratings, the average ratings for Smackdown were 5% better. Nearly 5% better. I think it's almost 5%, it says here. Better than last week. They were 2.174 million viewers overnight. That was the average. And they also scored a 0.5 rating in the 18 to 49 demographic, which we know is very important. This was number one, along with Shark Tank and 2020. I don't watch either of those, so I don't know. I don't know if they were good, so let me know if they were this week. I don't know. So it's the reason this is bittersweet is because, as me and Phil mentioned yesterday, it was a weird show, SmackDown, because we had some typical SmackDown stuff to a certain extent. We had a decent tag match, and Braun Strowman cut an odd swamp promo, which you need to go and check out because it was something. But most of the show was dedicated to The Undertaker and the memory of The Undertaker and just being a tribute towards The Undertaker. And this shows that people really, really like that. So I'm worried now that WWE is just going to go, yeah, bring more legends back because people want to watch them. No. This was a nice thing for 1 week just to tip the cap to the dead man. But we don't need to bring people back every week or like have them come in, have FaceTime little interviews every week. Just focus on the people who were there. That's my hope, but I don't know. We might get another weird swamp promo next week. So I think we're going to get the Jeff Hardy, the toast to Jeff Hardy finally, which was supposed to come this week, but now it's going to come next week. Strange times in WWE. Right, so speaking of The Undertaker and the Boneyard match, which was on SmackDown, on the SmackDown that went up in the ratings, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, because they were in that, remember? I know, it feels like it was a lifetime ago. But they reportedly are now close to finalizing a deal with Impact Wrestling. It's right, they're going to Impact, that's it, you've heard it, it's official. It's not quite official yet, it's more of a report, this. But according to Pro Wrestling Sheet, current free agents, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, they are close to signing this deal with Impact, and it could see them appearing on Impact Television as soon as Slammiversary, which is July 18th, which isn't too far away, it's a couple of weeks away. That'll be the first day their non-compete clause ends, so that'll literally be right, we can compete now and Impact straight away. No, I'm not going to make that joke. So also there are reports that they would be able to still work with New Japan Pro Wrestling. So this adds a bit more fuel to that fire that they were looking for a 2-promotion deal. So a promotion that they could stay put in America and they'd be exclusive in America to them. And then being able to go over to New Japan because they just like working in New Japan Pro Wrestling. So just do what you like, and if that is what you like, then go and do it. Okay, next piece of news is all about a match which has been announced for this week's NXT, which is the Great American Bash NXT, out of nowhere. But to be honest, I don't mind. All is forgiven purely because of this match. So Sasha Banks issued a challenge to NXT Women's Champion Io Shirai. She issued that for this Wednesday's NXT. Said that the rent's due, so she's going to come and pick it up, something along those lines. And Io Shirai, in a brilliant promo on Twitter, she's like lying next to her title, and she's like looking at the title, stroking it, looking really cool. And she was like, "Yeah, you come back to my NXT, and I'm just gonna beat you up," which was the gist of everything. And it now looks like it's official. William Regal put on Twitter, "I'm tempted to do. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go for the accent." Okay. It seems the past and the present are in conflict once again, and the WWE NXT universe will have the pleasure of seeing it happen. It is official. This Wednesday, on night 1 of NXT Great American Bash, it'll be NXT Women's Champion Io Shirai versus Sasha Banks in a non-title match. We are NXT. Let me know how terrible that was in the comment section below. I do bookings, probably not right now because of the current global situation, but yet I'm the best William Regal impersonator on What Culture, which isn't saying much. But let me know what you think of this Io Shirai Sasha Banks match, which is coming up, because that just, for me, my mouth's watering because that is going to be unbelievable. I mean, you've got me. WWE, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be sat front row in my house, which is just me anyway, with some popcorn, Give me that match. Right, and the last thing we're going to focus on today is, obviously there's been a lot of talk this week about WWE having a lot of stars testing positive right now with the current global backlash, as Adam Wilborn puts it. And this has forced WWE to change a lot in terms of their scheduling for the tapings that they've got coming up. So we've now actually got some official news, according to Post Wrestling, on what their schedule is going to look like for the next week. So I'm just going to jump on into it. July 1st, we'll see NXT tape their July 1st and July 8th episodes, which will air as the Great American Bash. So you got night 1, night 2. And then we'll see on July 2nd, we'll see WWE tape 2 episodes of Smackdown that will air on the July 3rd and July 10th. And that'll also include 205 Live, which airs obviously immediately after Smackdown. Then we'll see July 3rd, the next day, WWE will tape 2 episodes of Raw that will air on the July 6th and July 13th. This will also include main event and the accents doing strange things. They'll also see the post-show Raw talk. It's a Sunday, I'm tired. And it's also worth noting that the previously scheduled tapings for NXT on Thursday are now no longer taking place. So now we're seeing, we've had to change things. It's looking like they're filming things back to back, getting a few clustered episodes together, just so it seems like they're trying to minimize the amount of time that they're keeping their staff together. That's what it looks like in light of what's happened in the last week. I want to say it's a smart decision, but the real smart decision would probably just stop filming for a little bit, at least, just to give people a couple of weeks to recover and just be in isolation. No, that's not happening. So instead, we've got this. So let me know what you think of that. What you think of WWE changing all their scheduling for the next week. What you think of Io Shirai against Sasha Banks? Which, come on, you've got to be excited as I am, because I'm just so excited for that match. It's going to be incredible. We've had a lot of news there. Let me know what you think. I have been Gareth from What Culture Wrestling. It has been a Sunday. It's a bit of a grey Sunday, so I don't know, wherever you are in the world, hopefully it's sunnier than what it is here right now. But yeah, don't forget to go on Twitter and follow us all at What Culture WWE. Follow myself at gmorgan04 and just have the absolute best day you can, because you deserve it.